Eunice had always been a rational person. Perhaps it was because she was a science student and believed in things only if they were proven scientifically. So when Heather told her that the school library was haunted, Eunice's immediate response was, "Nonsense. Theirs was an all-girls school and one of the oldest in Singapore." The school itself had a glorious past and many prominent Singaporeans had studied there. One incident that they all knew was that during the war, the school had taken a bombing and had been seriously damaged. It was rebuilt after the war. The story of the haunted library had been going on for as long as the school was in operation, for more than 100 years. This had become part of the school's tradition also, and even the teachers claimed that they had witnessed all sorts of phenomena in the library. "Spend a night in the library alone," challenged the girls. Eunice was not afraid, of course. Besides, she knew that they could not arrange such a thing as it was against the school regulations, and anyway, where would they get the key from? But there was no problem there because Agatha, the girl who was as daring as the most daring boy from any boys' school, managed to get a duplicate key. Now she dangled it in front of Eunice's nose. Eunice grabbed the key and said, "Tonight," and marched off. It was Friday and the time was exactly 7 p.m. As planned, a group of girls escorted Eunice to the library. She was carrying an army pack full of potato chips, chocolates and other edibles and a few cans of drinkables. She waved to the girls and marched towards the library. She inserted the key and turned it, only to see that it was not locked. As she stepped in, she saw a group of girls in a corner. They were rehearsing a play. She smiled to herself. She was not going to be alone after all, at least not for a while. The leader of the group introduced herself as Elizabeth and invited Eunice to watch. They were rehearsing the importance of being earnest, and Eunice thought they acted rather well. Elizabeth told her not to tell about their rehearsal to anyone as it was a secret. They wanted to astound the school on Founders' Day, which was in a month's time. Eunice sat watching the rehearsals until about midnight. She realized that they were perfectionists and rehearsed again and again. Then they all left and Eunice found an armchair to sleep in. Exactly as she had expected, she slept soundly and awoke to the sunlight streaming in through the window. She smiled to herself at what the girls would say. Eunice unlocked the door. Obviously the actors had locked it. She was greeted by a scream of excitement from the girls who stood outside. At their head stood Heather. Eunice swaggered out and immediately the group gathered around excitedly, asking her what had happened. She laughed and then told them about the group of girls who were rehearsing the importance of being earnest. Suddenly the group fell silent. Then Heather said in a shaky voice, "Eunice, I am from the Drama Society. No rehearsals are ever held in the library. What we all know is that during the war, when a bomb dropped on the school, a group of girls were killed. They had been rehearsing a play in the library.